Time for Chartbusters. Lots of stocks that are catching our charters' eye. We've got Kunal Botra joining in with just that. And Kunal, what's the stock today?
It's IDFC First Bank, again a private sector name which has actually done very well. And the reason for flagging of IDFC First Bank is the very sharp reduction in open interest as compared to the previous month. And that, as an observation, bodes very well for the stock price, because we have to look at the recent recovery for IDFC First Bank in the month of May, or in the series of May. So the stock started the series of May at levels of 55 levels, where there was a heavy chunk of open interest which was actually there for the stock. Gradually we saw the stock going into a short covering mode, but the short covering mode which happened over here was extremely high. This indicates that majority of the players who were actually short in IDFC First Bank have actually unwound their positions. Now when we look at the charts, the stock is forming a very huge kind of an inverted head and shoulder pattern, and it's managed to break past about the trend lines or the neckline of this inverted head and shoulder pattern when it crossed the levels of 62, which means now this should act as a strong base for IDFC First Bank over the near to medium term, and I'm expecting the stock to cross the previous major highs of 70 plus and even possibly go back towards a lifetime high levels for itself. So strong data on the F&O side as well as extremely strong charts for IDFC First Bank.
Okay, that's IDFC First Bank from Kunal. But Nooresh, HCL Tech on your radar?
Yeah, so looking at HCL Tech, if you look at the recovery post that September lows from 900 to 1150, in the next bottom it did not break that 1050 mark. The rest of the large cap names actually went back to the same lows. Some of them have actually made new lows in the last few months. So that is where the relative strength has come into play compared to the Nifty IT index. Then if you look at a structure, it is a cup and handle formation, wherein the breakout is around that 1130, 1150 mark. That 1130, 1150 mark has been tested almost 4 times over the last 4 or 5 months. Once it breaks, that would indicate that the stock is taking leadership in the large cap IT space. And in that case, it should go all the way to the previous highs, just like what has happened with a lot of mid-cap IT names. Now, given that the risk reward be better at current levels, we preempt the buy here, keeping a stop loss at 1080, a target price of 1250 to 1350 in the short to medium term.
Those are the top ideas coming in HCL Tech as well as IDFC First Bank. Interesting on IDFC First Bank, Kunal, because there was a recent note from Nuvama as well talking about it being a candidate for inclusion in the MSCI fund as well, in the MSCI index. If it rallies by 15 to 17%, it could be added to the MSCI standard index in August review. But apart from that, what are the top stock ideas, Kunal?
Yes, I'm bullish on IDFC First Bank, and I'm extremely bullish, not just at 10-15%, but much beyond that from current levels. Now, the two names which I would highlight at current levels in terms of a fresh buy, ABFRL as a fresh candidate of a turnaround. The stock has been beaten down. It's come back towards an oversold territory, bullish RSI divergence on the hourly charts for ABFRL. So, buy with a target of 216 to 20 range. Stop loss could be kept at 188. And Bajaj Finserv has confirmed a very strong breakout in terms of flag pattern as well as an indicator. So buy with a target of 1,520, stop loss at 1390.
Okay, let's get in Nooresh's top ideas as well. And Nooresh, what's looking good on the charts?
So first is a buy on Ujjivan Small Finance Bank. The stock has continued in strong momentum, and we are seeing this happen in small finance banks and NBFCs. Stop loss at 3350 and a target price of 38. Second is a buy on L&D Finance Holding, a big 1.5 year breakout. Stop loss at 99 and a target price of 120.